Wow, connection weak. I haven't even started. You can see me. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Nkira Jumadu here on NikiTV. Anybody home? Hello? Good morning. Good afternoon. Or is it on your side? Anyone joining me now? Hello? Good afternoon. Anybody home with me this afternoon, or is it morning on your side? Hello? Hello? Okay, I see some eyes. Yes, I see you, Sir Paul. I see you. You are welcome. I see you, Queen Orimi. You are welcome. As you come in, please share. All right, so that others will join us. Okay, I see you, Queen D. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. You are all welcome. Afternoon. All right. Yes, good day, Queen Oriyomi. Please share as you come in. Good day, Queen Paula. You are welcome all the way from Nigeria. Lagos, Nigeria. You are all welcome. Who else is joining us? Today I decided not to put on the music, but I can sing. Though I don't know how to sing anyway. Queen D, good afternoon. How are you doing? Yes, share as so that we will start immediately without wasting any of your time. How are you all doing? Hope you are good. Invite your friends as we always do. All right, as you saw the topic, it says it's a wake-up call. And why is it a wake-up call? This today's live video is inspired by the news that I heard recently, or something I heard on Facebook recently, or something I read on Facebook recently. Hello, King Ike. I salute you, sir. How are you? How are my children and the Queen there in Nigeria? Thank you for joining. So this was inspired by a friend's profile that most of you heard about on Facebook recently. Okay, so what is it all about? This is especially for those that graduated this year, and most of the people that are still in school, and most of us that are over 45, and those in between. So in fact, it's for everybody, but most of all, is for all of us to wake up and grab the bull by the horn and start running with what we are called to do. Hello, Queen Kate, you are welcome. Hello, Luda, you are welcome. So what is this all about? You know, most of us that come from Africa know that most of us that graduated as doctors, or those that are engineers, or those that do whatever that they do, most, let me say 60 or 80% of students, we are forced to study what they study because their parents want to answer mommy doctor, daddy doctor. Hello, Queen Gladys, you are welcome. And that is a very bad thing that we do. Miss the beginning. All right, next time I must find the music to put here, okay? I'll become a singer myself. I got that. So, most of us study because our parents want us to be doctors. Some study because, you know, our parents want to fulfill their dreams in us. And at the end of the road, we find ourselves living our parents' life. It should not be so, okay? So most of us study for our parents to be called mommy doctor, daddy doctor. Where are you? Where is your life? Okay, you become a lost and you have given your parents that title, or maybe you have gotten that title as a doctor. But I want to wake you up this afternoon. You have gotten the title. You have given your parents the title. What next? What do you do next? Or let me say more. All right, we have given the parents the title, and now most of us are just wasting our lives doing things that we are not supposed to do. What am I talking about? Apart from the biological parents that we have, most of us have spiritual parents, maybe our pastors, maybe our leaders, and we find ourselves just pursuing their own purpose, wasting our lives with their own purpose. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying anything wrong or saying that it's wrong to serve someone or learning from someone. But if you are under a spiritual leader that is not pushing you to also perform your own purpose, to also chase that thing that you are called to do, then you are in the wrong. Because we know that most of us as humans are selfish. Okay, you have to, like a friend of mine was telling me, if I find a roach around my house, I kill it straight away. This is what most of us were supposed to do. But unfortunately, most people don't do that. Everyone is just pursuing his own agenda. So, if you are serving or you are under a spiritual leader, or whichever leader, whoever he is, or your parents or whoever he is, and the person is not somehow pushing you to be who you're supposed to be, making you to realize that you are on earth for a purpose, for your own vision that you must pursue one day, then something is wrong. So as I was saying, most of us have graduated. You are doctors, you are engineers, you are computer scientists, you are whatever title that you have given yourself. What next? If unfortunately you got that certificate because your parents wanted you to get it, or someone else, your uncle that was paying your school fees, wanted you to be a doctor, now it is time for you to really search within yourself and know what you are called to do in the real sense. Because if God didn't call you to be a doctor, or you don't give value to life, to humanity with being a doctor, your life might be a waste. Okay? I heard that we even have professors that are busy boys, meaning they are not where they are supposed to be planted. They are not where they are called to be. They are somewhere because someone forced them to do that, and they felt that, okay, let me just finish this school and start, working all the same. I have food on the table. I'm teaching some people, thereby not fulfilling their own destiny. Hello, Femi, you are welcome. How are you and your family? Hope you are good. Thank you for joining this afternoon. So, are you a doctor because your parents wanted you to be? Did you just finish an engineering school because your parents wanted you to be an engineer? Are you a computer scientist because your parents wanted you to be one? Or did you do doctor because you know? Did you do medicine because you know that this is where your heart lies, and this is where you can, as I always say, show yourself your glory, therefore bringing out that God that is in you for the humanity to see? What made you finish medical school? Is it by force because no one else could pay your school fees, and they said if you don't do medicine there will be no school fees for you? Hello sunshine, you are welcome. So now that you have grabbed your certificate, it is time for you to retreat. Have a solitude, have a talk with yourself, and know what exactly you are called to do. You have performed all righteousness by listening to your parents because we are commanded to do so. But now it is time for you to really, really, really think, talk to yourself, and know what you really do and start doing it. Okay? And if unfortunately you or still go to a gathering where your purpose is not even considered, when you are not, how will I say, injected with purpose, where you are not told almost daily that you are on earth for a purpose, then you must have to do something right now. That is why this video is called a wake-up call. Hello, Queen Elizabeth. Thank you for joining. So, if you know any graduate, it doesn't matter the city, the town, the country the person comes from, that just did medicine because he was told to do so, or did any kind of course because he was told to do so, do that person a favor by sharing this video with him, even in box, okay? That will really save the person's life. So my urge for each and every one of you this afternoon, hello Favor, thank you for joining, is to find your place and get rooted in it. What are you called to do, okay? What is your purpose on earth? What is your purpose on earth? Okay, you're a doctor, right? Okay, we have the certificate. It's good to answer a doctor. What next? Answering a doctor will not replace your purpose on earth if that is not what you are called to do. Okay? So I read for you the achievements of this young man I was talking about that is exceptional. He is only 28. And he is, like most of us that are in school, is also 28. But check out his achievement. Hello Tochukwu, thank you for joining. So, he did medicine. He also didn't even have parents to pay for his school fees. Alright? But he found himself a mentor. Who mentors you? Okay? He found himself a mentor. Do you have anyone that mentor you apart from that you go to school and that you go to church? Do you have someone? It must not even be a physical 101. It might be people you found on any social media that you like, that you follow and pick up what they teach and the way they live and start to implement it in your life. If you don't want to hook up with somebody personally, you can find mentors anywhere. But of course, it is better when you have a mentor that supervises you, that pushes you physically, that you can see one-on-one sometimes to speak life into you. So who is your mentor? Have you found one? Make sure you do. I have one, and his name is Dr. Sunday Adelaja. On this platform, also have him, and you know what he has done in your life by just hooking up with him. So this young guy hooked himself up with a mentor, and see what being in the right environment, having a mentor that believes in you did in this young man's life. Within just 6 months, he could write 2 books. Hello Jefferson, good to see you here. Within 6 months, he could write 2 books, apart from dozens of books he has written for people all over the world. Can you believe that? Within 6 months, this is the power of a mentor. Who is your mentor? Who do you follow? Whose advice do you listen to? Which videos do you watch? That's a question for you to answer, excuse me. So after hooking up with his mentor, look at his achievements. 2 personal books under 6 months, and dozens more he wrote for clients all over the world. He started a freelancing business where he writes books for anybody that wishes him to. Another thing he said is that he saw his mentor reading a book a day, so he decided that he must read a book a week. A book a week. That is the power of a mentor. You see them, you try to implement what they do in your own life. Thank you, Queen Ugochi, for joining me. Please share the video as you come in, okay? He said that when he met with this mentor, he decided to change his personal life. He decided to focus on only the things that matter. And that made him highly productive. What is your focus? What do you focus on? What are the 4 or 5 things that you focus on that push you forward? Hello, Queen Modesta. Thank you so much for joining me. Share the video, please. What do you focus on? Because if you don't have a few things that are your main focus in life, you find yourself dancing up and down by every wind that blows your way. And this is the reason this young guy that is just 28 years to be a high performance individual. Okay? Within 6 months, writing 2 books and dozens more for clients all over the world. Have you done that? It's a question for you. He started training students all over the place on passion, skill, leadership. That is per se, he found himself some mentees. Who are your mentees? Do you have people you coach? You don't need to be a super duper, mentor before you can get yourself some mentees. It can be your neighbor, it can be your children, it can be your classmates, it can be your co-mothers that you breastfeed children with out in the street. There can be anybody. Get yourself some mentees. That's exactly what I did for myself, and I bet you that really helped me to house the knowledge that I've been learning. As I learn, I go out to teach. As I learn, I go out to teach. And I see that as I teach 1 or 2 people, it doesn't matter the number, the thing gets to stick in my brain and I get to make it flesh in me. So get yourself not just mentors, get yourself also mentees. All right? What did he do? He began a non-governmental organization. Hello, Fumi. Thank you for joining. Hello, Queen Fumi. Share the video. I see you are joining. So, he started a non-governmental organization. And this so touches my heart because he started this back from where he came from. Giving back to your roots. What have you given back to the place that you came out from? Hello, Monike, our superstar. Thank you for joining. Please share as you come in. What have you given back? And his purpose for giving back is that he said that when he was growing up, he didn't really see some books to read. So he went back to his childhood. He dug out the problems that he faced when he was little and used that platform to open an NGO. Okay? What NGO have you started? What NGO have you started? You must not go back to your roots, but you can start from where you are. Like I always say, my neighbor, I knocked at her door and say, let's go drink coffee. That's how women of the Volana started. And that's it. So you can start from wherever you are and try to also remember your root. Okay? Thank you so much, Queen Omonike, for sharing. I know you always do that. And now he started to collaborate with the government of his city. This is what hooking up with a good mentor does to you. Because he gives you tips. You see him do and you copy and do it in your own way. I always say that it is not an offense to copy. I even heard someone say that it's only, how did he put it, professionals that copy well or something like that. Because when you copy and put your own spices inside it, put your own, you know what I'm saying, your cool in it, then it's no longer copying, it's your own thing. He saw that he's hanging out with the government officials in his own city. He decided to hook up with the government in his city where he came from, and now they are working out a project. I even feed the whole country. Do you be that under 6 months? What are you doing with the knowledge that you've been getting if you have a mentor? If you don't have a mentor, time to wake up. Time to wake up, find yourself someone that propels you to become who you are meant to be. You are not here, even if you're a student, you are not just meant to grab your certificate and start going home. There is more to that. You are a student, you are young, you don't have any family that is disturbing you, you don't have kids that are pulling your legs, mommy give me milk, mommy give me that, or daddy where is my food. No, You are as free as a bird, and this is the time to use your young energy, your full potential, all giving gifts. This is time to enhance them. This is time to showcase them. This is time to make them real. What are you doing with your youth? Are you wasting your youth just in school and just in some gathering? Excuse me. Things must change. This is a wake-up call. No matter how you are, I am 45 and I still believe that I am a youth, okay? My morning has just started. So it doesn't matter how old you are. I'm not talking only to students. Queen Rachel, thank you for coming in. Share the video as you come in. It does not matter how old you are. Hello Amanda, thank you for joining in. It does not matter where you are. What matters is that today is your wake-up call. And you have to wake up. You have to wake up, because this is a medical student. His medical school did not give him an excuse, because most medical say, I don't have time. You don't have time because you are doing a lot of unnecessary things. You don't have time because because you don't know who you are. You don't have time because you don't know that when you are in school is the time you are supposed to, test everything good and bring out everything good in you. Thereby, in one of those testings, you will find out what you are called to do, and you will start pursuing it. Most of the big industries that are started today were started in school. Go and read history of all these big guys around that are making it all over the place, that are, making some apps, introducing some, gadgets and stuff. They all started in school. What are you waiting for? What is your excuse? That you're going to sing somewhere 3 times? Is that your calling? Or you're just trying to please someone? That you go to church from Monday to Sunday? Is that your calling to go to church? I don't believe it's somebody's calling to go to church from Monday to Saturday. You have your gift and it must not be wasted, okay? Going to church is good. I have nothing about that, if that is changing your life and the life of people around you. But when you go to church and you have nothing to do to show for it, then I'm sorry, something has changed. You have to put your brains back in your head and start doing something, okay? Don't waste your youth. Don't waste your youth. Go to school, develop your skills and your talents and gifts. This is the time while you're still young. Don't wait until you're 45 like me, okay? Do it when you are still younger, because you have all the energy to do it. I'm not saying I have less energy than you. I'm just trying to wake you up, okay? Let's go further. And now, he has finished his medical school and he's going to do a dual master's degree. Can you be that? Most of us have finished school and we don't even have any clue what we are doing further. Whether we want to do masters, or whether we are going home, or we are going to another city. We wait until we finish before we even start plans. For those that have not finished, for those in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th year, or whichever year you are in, this is the time for you to strategize and find what you are supposed to do. It's possible to do dual masters. It's possible to do your masters and your PhD at the same time. Find out the details and don't waste your youth, okay? I hope you can hear me, because this is the heart cry of a mom. This is the heart cry of a mother. This is the heart cry of a mother, and this is the heart cry of a mentor. If you don't have someone to mentor you, inbox me. I will share with you everything that I know to only make you, to push you into the purpose, to push you to start doing something with your life, to make you to stop wasting your life all over the place, not knowing which way to go. Just being bullied up and down by every, on and off doctrine or whatever that goes on out there. It's time for you to take your life by your hand. Of course, together with God that made you. It is time for you to wake up. Stop wasting your life in all unnecessary activities that has nothing to do with the life God has given you, even though you call it whatever you call it. All right? Time to wake up, folks. Time to wake up. This is the heart cry of a mom, because I see a lot of atrocity that is being committed in this city, and it will be an evil for me to shut up. It will be an evil for me not to say anything, and that is why I'm doing this video. If you graduated and you don't know what you are called to do, you can be a doctor, but maybe you are not called to be a doctor. Time for you to find yourself. You might graduate as an engineer, but you are not called to be an engineer. Time to find yourself. You don't know what to do? Please inbox me. I am here to help. Free charge, okay? Just for you. Hello, Mekan Freeze. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Please share as you come in. So, what else does this guy do? He started an African Business Leadership Network, a forum where he helped create a new generation of leaders across Africa. This is a student. This is somebody that the parents are not sponsoring. This is somebody that has no money. Somebody that didn't have any self-esteem. This is somebody that had no confidence in himself. But for the fact that he hooked himself up with a mentor, with a selfless life, this is his achievement. Under 6 months, it's mind-blowing. When Mayowa, share. Thank you for joining. So, as I read all these things for you, this is for you to wake up. Wake up. Wake up from your slumber. Wake up from the deceit that you went through the years. Wake up and take your life in your own hands with God guiding you. Stop living your life under some people that don't even care about you, that don't even bother if you ate this morning or not, that don't even care if you're living the life that you are called to do. All they want you to do is just come. Just come and hear me. After hearing me, what next? Do you understand what I mean? Time to find yourself. You have gotten your certificate. You are a doctor now. Congratulations. What next? Find yourself. Take a time out. Ask yourself, who are you? There's a powerful book that will help you on this. It's written by Dr. Sandra Adelaja. Who am I? Who am I? Yeah, share. Just go on Okada Books. It doesn't matter where you are around the world. Wherever you are a student, or you are not a student, but you are lost in life, time for you to find yourself. Because a day will come, and you appear before your maker, and he will ask you, who are you? He will ask you the same question. And you might come as a doctor. He will say, I didn't call you to be a doctor. I called you to feed all the continent of Africa in doing agriculture, doing farming. But your parents forced you to be a doctor. And even when Nikki was telling you this, you did not listen to her. It's not funny. I am not joking. It's time for you to find who you are. It is perfect that you are now a doctor. It is perfect that you are now an engineer. It is perfect that you are now a computer scientist. But deep within you, who are you? Answer that question for yourself. And at the end of this video, I will upload it on YouTube, and I will put this letter by this young man, his profile, and you will read it for yourself, line by line. And it will be like a guideline for you to find yourself, to know the areas that you might want to develop, or the people that you are called to help. It will help you to think. All right? It really got me thinking. He is 28 years old, and he has made this under 6 months by just hooking himself up with a mentor. Find yourself someone. Find yourself a mentor. If you don't like Sandra Adelaja, find yourself someone else. But get your... I have to say something now. Get yourself moving, okay? Get yourself moving, okay? Get yourself moving into your purpose and in your purpose. For your purpose, for the Lord that has made you. Did you hear me? You heard me. So share this video and bless someone. And remember, you are a king. You are a queen, most probably if you're a lady. And you have to go out. And queen, you have to go out and reign in your territory. You have to go out and manifest with your gifts, with your talents. Someone says gifts and talents are not, has nothing to do with preaching the gospel. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. And someone said again that, the main purpose on this earth is to go to heaven. Excuse me. What are you talking about? If our main purpose is to go to heaven, as soon as we give our lives to God, we'll be snatched out. But your purpose on earth here is to bring His kingdom on earth. And you can only do that through your gifts, your talents, your pain, whatever you call it. You have to get yourself moving until you get to heaven. Alright? Let's stop fooling ourselves and start contradicting what the Lord made you for. Find yourself. Get yourself a mentor. I found one. And one day I will share my testimony. It's mind-blowing. I'm in under 1 year. I miss my hair, can't even contain it. You understand what I mean? Thank you so much, Pastor Kemi, for joining me. Gift, I see you, Queen Gift. Thank you for joining. So, to move faster, get yourself a mentor. You heard the testimony that I read for you. I will put it when I upload this on Amazon for you to read, and on Facebook too. Oh, on YouTube, sorry. Yes, thank you for joining me today. Hello, Glory. You have to go back and watch again, honey. I know your time is somehow off. I don't know what time is now. Maybe you're at work. But thank you for coming in. Share the video so that I can go back to it. It's a call for all of us. A wake-up call for all of us. Let us all wake up from our slumber. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thanks for your love. Bye-bye.